Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Happy Thursday, Friday Eve. Okay? We almost through the end of the week. Back with another car chronicle. Okay? Another car chronicle. So if this is your first time tuning in, thank you very much. Thank you for the new people. Thank you for the continued people. Thank you for everybody. Okay? Thank you for being here. Like, share, comment. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, bell, share, all that. Oh yeah, please watch the video and the ads till the end. Yes. Okay, thank you. Look, y'all, so I had to go get me a coffee this morning. Got me a little Starbucks cold brew. I need one. But anyway, today's topic and what we do on this channel, we talk about everything. But I mainly focus on life stuff. Okay? So, what is it with these I cannot say that word, millennium kids? Okay, and don't tease me, but I lift certain words, and I can't say that, but I looked it up. The millenniums were born from the late 80s. Late 80s. I think it was 89. Late 80s. Through all the way through the 90s. Those kids that are grown right now, that are 27, 28, 26, okay, 30, 31, 30, those kids are grown now. And I had to research this because this really, it just boggled me. And everybody I talk to that got a kid around that age time are doing this particular thing. Okay, when they get upset or triggered by something you say or do, or even ask, if you ask what's going on, certain things, and they feel like you're prying, you're getting in their business. When they get to us, when they get this little, they get upset with you, then they want to bring up everything wrong that happened to them in their childhood. Now, I do, remember asking my mother questions about, like why her and my dad divorced, and then, and I was a very I suffer from depression. Okay, so let's keep that real. Depression is real, and a lot of people have it, and I'm not ashamed to say that that's something that I deal with. I've been dealing with, for many years. Okay, and so I was I asked my mother about that. I did that, and then I had a hang up. My hang up was, I felt like she loved the other sisters more than me. I mean, that kind of stuff. I had that hang up for a long time. I felt like she kicked me to the curb. I mean, we all have something. We're human. We all have, when we have kids, especially your first one, you don't know. Lucky for the second one, they might get a little bit better treatment only because they learned from the mistakes from the first one. Oh, you ain't gonna come out like this one, so I'm getting ready to do this and do that. I'm getting ready to do some things differently because you ain't gonna come out like that first one. Okay, the first, So I'm saying all that to say this. I had that the other day. Along with other things that I am really struggling with right now. I'm struggling with a lot of things. With all that I'm struggling with, then I have to walk on eggshells with my daughter. It's like, so I said something. I made a comment about something, or no, I gave him my opinion. As a mother about something with her. She didn't like that. And she went off. I mean, and then it went to everything I did wrong, when she was a kid. I'm like, who do you know have a perfect childhood? We don't have one. We all have something. But we learn to try to leave it there so we can go move. I don't know. So she told me when she was 9 years old. And they going back to 9, 8, 7. Like, damn. So when she was 9 years old, was the first time I took her to the dentist. She said, "You didn't even take me to the dentist till I was 9. I said, "But I was working. I was, She said, "You didn't even take me to the dentist till I was 9. I'm like, really, nigga? Okay. I'm just sitting there like, but if you went, I took you, And so, and then she said, so I didn't take her till she was 9. That was the first time she went. She was 9. And then the second time, she didn't go again till she was 30. Till she was 13. You know what? I'm so thankful to God. I'm laughing right now about it. I wasn't yesterday. I was ready to die. I wanted to not be here anymore. Okay? It was just bad yesterday, the way I was feeling. So for me to laugh like this is really a good thing. So anyway, that's how I try to get over stuff. I just, sometimes some things you just have to shake your head and be like, and just, So anyway, so it's the first time she went to the dentist when she was 9, and then she didn't go again until she was 13. And then after she said that, she said that was total neglect. I was like, are you freaking serious right now? That's neglect. But you had I was working. Okay? 2 jobs to make sure that we had a cool little, I didn't want, and don't take this the wrong way to anybody out there that's on assistance. Believe me, this is my own personal expectation of myself. Okay? Because my mother worked. My daddy worked. I was a worker. I did not want to be on public assistance. Okay? And I was on it. Okay? I'm going to keep that real. I was on it for her first few years of my daughter's life. I think she was 5 or 6 till I got totally off. I was on it. But as I was on it, I was trying to get off it. I was like, oh, hell. They want to know, and I'm I try to be, back then, the social workers the welfare workers would actually come to your house physically to check on you and see who's in there and what's going on, and you had to go hide a toothbrush and they would literally go to your house, and I did not like that. And then you had to tell everything to get this little child. When I first got on it and all that happened, I was like, oh, hell, So, with that determination, I was working 2 jobs. And I was telling her, I was working 2 jobs. I worked at Sprint. I had to be at Sprint at 5 a.m. in the morning. 5 a.m. to 1:30. Then I'll rush home in between jobs, cook dinner, get everything together. And I had to be I worked at Comcast. I had to be there I worked 4 to 9. I did that for 10 years straight. So I wasn't home a lot. I only had one whole day off. I worked Monday through Friday at the full-time job, and Sunday through Thursday at the night job. So I was off Friday and Saturday at Comcast, and off Saturday and Sunday at Sprint. So I had one whole day off, which was Saturday, and then I had to go to work over there. And I was thinking, so if I hadn't did that, we were probably having this conversation. I never had this. So you're not gonna win for losing. You're not gonna win, because I was working to keep us afloat, to keep us cool, to give you a halfway decent. And I wasn't halfway decent life, and I wasn't there a lot, or be there all the time, and then you'll be saying, well, I didn't have this opportunity. It would be something. So I apologize. I said I'm sorry. I went through that. I said I was sorry. We're all human. We make mistakes. Sometimes we make choices. Sometimes the choices we make, unfortunately, they would affect people around us. But all I can do is I'm not going to continue to apologize. You know what I'm saying? But I was asking different people. I talked to my cousin. She said that she went through that with her son. If she didn't have to do all, working, had the other kids, had the other brother, had the whatever, he could have been famous, because she couldn't afford. She's a single parent raising 2 kids, 3 kids or whatever. She didn't have the extra money, unfortunately, to pay a monthly fee, $300 or whatever, for you to be in that basketball program. But sometimes you have to take responsibility for your own life. See, a lot of times they throw that in your face too. Because sometimes, not just with your kids though, this can actually be a general thing. When a lot of times when people don't want to accept their choices and their decisions, because now they're reaping what they have sowed. The decisions that you make, you reap them. So you want to deflect. You don't want to think about those things. You want to deflect and say, well, you didn't do this, and had you did that, this wouldn't have happened, and if you would have did this. That ain't even just with your kids. That's with any friend, relationship, whatever. We're all human, whoever. All of us, people. That's what we do. A lot of us do that. More than, because I hate to say it's natural to do it, but what I mean by that is, usually the first thing is always denial. You just don't want to, when you make a decision, you be like, fuck. And you be mad, you be going through it, and you be mad, and you don't want to think about or accept it was you that did it. You think about the other person that may have talked to you about it and gave you their opinion or gave you their advice, but you decided. A person can tell you something all day long. You have to decide to do it or not do it. So just because that person gave you their advice, their opinion, their whatever, you didn't have to do it. You made a decision to do whatever it was that you did, whether you're reaping some good things from it or you're reaping some bad things from it. You're going to reap something. Had you made the right decision, then maybe it would have been, your reaping would have been good. But you made a decision that you know, and now out of haste or whatever reason you made it. So now people like to deflect. They don't want to think about it. They don't want to accept. They don't want to just look at themselves in the mirror and kick their own self in the ass. They don't want to kick themselves in the ass. They rather kick you in your ass and blame you for what they didn't fuck, what they didn't do, what they didn't messed up. And you get that as being a parent, a wife, a friend. You can be a friend to somebody. You think that's your girl. And they just, you know, they can do it too. The husband, the wife, whatever. Whoever you are in contact with in your life. They deflect. And they don't want to accept things. So they tell you everything you did wrong. Or everything you're not doing. Or things you should do. Or things you shouldn't do. Even in a relationship. And you can be with somebody for years. You can really be with somebody for years. And then one day, you just wake up. And you just be like, I don't want this no more. Look. I don't did what? And you think about all you can really grow out of love with somebody. And you can really grow. You can wake up and you be like, what the hell? Look. Excuse me. You can wake up and look at that person and be like, what in the fuck? Look, did I do you be like, what in the world was I thinking? Okay, I look, I wasn't thinking. But that one day you wake up, you be like, man. And then you going you start feeling like I didn't waste it. All this, I mean, wasted. And it's like, then you start looking, you be like, damn, I'm getting older. Look, I'm starting to need more naps during the day. It's like, oh my God. By the time I get into a position where I want to really be in like, what if I meet that one, you know, ooh, and then I'm tired. Look, I'm tired. I can't do nothing. And then you that one finally come and you tired. Look, okay, look, cause that last one that rode you and rode you hard and hung you up wet. Okay, that's an old saying. Okay, in other words, you done been raked over the coals. Okay, your socks got holes in them. You done wore. I mean, you know how you get this. You know how you go buy a rug, and when you first buy the rug, it be fluffy and big. You just put your fingers all through it. You know them big old thick rugs. And then when it start getting old, it start getting flatter and flatter. Then you wake up one day and be like, damn, I need some new, look, I need some new carpet. Because that one is flat all the way down. So now so by the time you meet that right one, your heart and everything, you is everything. You flat. You tired. And you be tired, and that right one coming, you tired. Because you done wasted all this time. That is really deep when you think about it. And you grow apart from somebody, and you be like, and you just don't. And it's not like your person is really, it's not like that they didn't abuse you in any kind of way. Sometimes they can be really, they're not abusive or not whatever, not those things. You just not getting, you have lost yourself. You don't know what you want. You know what you want. You feel like you want to spread your wings. You want to, and you feel stagnated because you want to grow. You want to. When you stop growing in a relationship, like when that person can't tell you nothing, like anything he say or she say, they try to tell you advice, you be like, okay. Because and you be thinking to yourself, how you gonna tell me and you ain't even, just, you grow out of love. Or even each other. You're different now. You guys are two different people now. Or maybe you've always been two different people, but you was just blinded because lonely. You be lonely. We all want a companion, in our life, So that's why I say loneliness is a detrimental state to be in to make any decisions when it comes to love, relationships, stuff like that. Loneliness is one feeling. That's a feeling. Loneliness is a feeling. That's one feeling that is dangerous for you to be in to make a love choice. Because you're blinded by a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So then after all that, you be fighting with your inner self, trying to break through to find out who you are. Then you be thinking about your bills, your finance, just everything. And then your child, then here come your kids, they calling. And then they're going through whatever they're going through because it's a lot going on in this world, okay? These millennials, I can't say it, but they're having a hard time getting really stable on their feet. You know what I'm saying? Times has really changed. So they are going through things right now. They need emotional support. They need that from their parents. You're going to always be a parent no matter what. And I realized that. I used to be like, I can't wait till she's 18. Ooh, when she turned 18, please, people, stop saying it. Don't say it anymore. Because that ain't true. They're going to always need you. Maybe not financially. They're going to always need you in some kind of way. And if you're not together enough to be there for them, you don't want them to go somewhere else. And, if they're going to hear some advice if they're going to hear some opinions about like major things in their life, you want to be the one to kind of influence that a little bit. You want to be the one to give them your opinion and your advice. You want them to be able to come to you, but they're not going to come to you when you all messed up. When your life is all shambled. And some are shambled in more different ways than others. Some is emotionally, some is financially. Everybody got some kind of way that their life is in shambles right now. You know, I'm not going to go through the list of the different things, the addictions and all that, but you get my point. You want them to come to you. You know? And so you want to make sure that you're together so they can come to you. But when you're going through something, they call you up with their crap. And then they tell you, when I was 9, it was the first time. Okay, I was a couple of years overdue. Look. But damn, you went. They start telling all that compiled to everything else you're going through. Sometimes you just feel like just having just a breakdown. Like, I can't do this anymore. Look, I can't. So we have to be careful, you guys, on our decisions. We have to make sure that we're not in a state of mind where you're going to do anything in haste, do anything out of feeling, whether it's loneliness, desperate. There's different types of feelings. Loneliness is one of them. But we need to make sure that we're not in any type of feelings and emotions when we make those decisions that can actually make us or break us. That's going to be detrimental to our life. Something serious. We need to make sure we have the facts, not feelings. That's it, y'all. That's it. I need to go on back to the house so I can get on this computer. I hope you enjoyed my talk today. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Feel free to leave your comments, questions, comments, or whatever down in the comments section. And I'm going to end this video by saying keep your head up, your chest out, and your nose level. Don't be walking around with your nose all stuck up in the air and you all frowned up because you feel the way you're feeling. And don't let nobody steal your joy and your peace. I will catch you in the next video. Peace.